Hello students. So, in this video session we are going to discuss about the classification of animal kingdom. Okay. So, a broad classification of animal kingdom. Broad classification of animal kingdom based on some common characters or common features, based on some common features or common characters. Okay. So, now broad classification of animal kingdom based on some common features. So, let us we take the common features here this side. So, first one, the level of organization. I will take here level of organization. Next, we will take the symmetry. So, we will take the symmetry, and next one, the coelom. We can take the coelom or body cavity, or coelom, right? And next, the phylum we are going to write. Yes, the level of organization, symmetry, and the body cavity I have chosen here as a some common features. So, these are the criteria for the classification of organisms, which we have studied already. What is the level of organization? So, in previous videos, so we discussed regarding the level of organization, either it may be cellular level, tissue level, organ system level of organization we discussed, and even germ layers also we can take, diploblastic, triploblastic, in that way also we can classify. But so, for understanding, so I have choose some what you call level of organization, symmetry, and body cavity. In this way we can classify the animal kingdom. So, this animal kingdom can be classified based on common features. So, this is what we are taking some criteria for the classification here. So, that is first. So, I will write here animal kingdom. Animalia, kingdom Animalia, it is kingdom Animalia. So, here the two will divide it into two groups here, that is based on the level of organization. So, first level of organization is actually, so that is the cellular level, cellular level of organization. It is a cellular level of organization, and next we can take tissue level or organ level or organ system level of organization. We classified here only two groups, tissue level, organ level, and organ system level. Let us we take here the symmetry. So, symmetry here usually asymmetric, we can consider it as a asymmetry, okay, asymmetric and symmetric. So, here usually in cellular level of organization, and it is almost the organisms which shows that cellular level they shows a symmetry, that is asymmetric organization, or its kind of symmetry which we call asymmetry. So, you can write it as a asymmetry, asymmetric or asymmetry, okay, asymmetry, and the body cavity is absent here. So, means usually when we see the body cavity, so this is the cavity present between yes the gut and the body wall. So, in between this place, so that is called body cavity. But here in case of the cellular level of organization which organism shows no and asymmetry, they have no such body cavity or coelom or body cavity is absent. So, that is a central cavity. So, we can say that central cavity is present, but we will not consider it as a body cavity. Okay. So, that is why you leave it as it is. Okay. So, next the phylum comes here. So, that is the phylum. Which phylum? The example. So, I will take here phylum, different phyla here. So, that is the Porifera. What you call the Porifera is the example here, Porifera. Okay. So, this is what the Porifera means, as you know, sponges. So, these are called sponges. So, Euplectella, U-sponge, okay, and bathing sponge, like different examples we can take here, that is poriferans. Okay. All members belongs to the Porifera are called poriferans or sponges, commonly called as sponges. Those are not having any body cavity, instead of there is a presence of central cavity, we can say central cavity is not a body cavity, because the cavity present between the gut and body wall is called a body cavity, or if it is lined by epithelium we call it as coelom again. Okay. So, now next the level, cellular level, only the one phylum is here, only one phylum will come, and in this tissue level, organ level and organ system level of organization which we observed in most of the animals, but the symmetry is again divided here. So, of this one, symmetry is divided into two types, that is radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry, radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. So, the radial symmetry, the animals which shows the radial symmetry are having no body cavity again. So, that is gastrovascular cavity, we can say gastrovascular cavity, only we consider it as gastrovascular cavity, but it is not the body cavity or the coelom. Gastrovascular cavity is the cavity where in coelentrates usually we observe that the central cavity here. Okay. So, here usually these are exclusively aquatic. So, organisms which are comes under exclusively aquatic, means the water circulating is takes place here. Okay, usually. So, radial symmetry, the radial symmetry we observed. Okay. So, there the gastrovascular cavity we can say. Okay. Here coelentrates, commonly the phylum which comes under here, that is, so this one is here, Coelenterata or Cnidaria. Another one is the another phylum which comes under Ctenophora. What you call it? Ctenophora and the Coelenterata are two phyla which comes up with gastrovascular cavity and radial symmetry. These two phyla shows gastrovascular cavity, but it is not called the body cavity, right. So, radial symmetry, the animals which are showing the radial symmetry, and they shows the what you called the organ level, okay. So, actual tissue level of organization, which shows the tissue level of organization, right. So, this is what the again we will discuss that level of organization which I have taken here common, but which will apply, we will see later. So, next bilateral symmetry shows again these bilateral, what the animals which shows the bilateral symmetry, especially little bit higher animals will come under this one, in this group, bilateral symmetric groups. So, that is they showing the actual body cavity, okay. These are not said to be a body cavity. So, but body cavity is referred with the bilateral symmetric animals, okay. So, I will take here a coelomate, coelomates means here no body cavity, without body cavity, without body cavity are called coelomates, and pseudocoelomates. So, let us we take pseudocoelomates, pseudocoelomates, and next one pseudocoelomates, and yes, true coelomates or coelomates. Coelomates, already we discussed this one. Without body cavity, the animals which have no body cavity or coelom is absent there. So, we call them as acoelomates or acoelomates, right. Next, the pseudocoelomates means they have false body cavity, false coelom. Next one is the true coelom, the animal possesses a true coelom, they have a true coelom, they are called coelomates. The animals have false coelom, they are called pseudocoelomates. The animals have no body cavity or coelom is absent here. So, those animals are called acoelomates, right. So, examples we can take, the examples are here the platyhelminthes. For this one we can write platyhelminthes. Next, for pseudocoelomates you can give ascahelminthes. What is called? Ascahelminthes. And for this coelomates there are many are there. So, from Annelida we can take Annelida here, from Annelida to Chordata. So, all comes under coelomates. Here I will write Annelida. Next one is Arthropoda, and next that is Mollusca. We can write Mollusca. Next one is the next invertebrate phyla, that is called the Echinodermata. And so I will write here next one. So, that is take it here Echinodermata. Next one Hemichordata and Chordata. So, these are also belongs to this one, okay. So, these are invertebrate phyla and vertebrates we will consider, okay. So, here So, we observed in this line, so that is in this column, the Porifera is the first phylum of invertebrates, Porifera sponges, which are having, there is no body cavity. So, that is, a cavity is there, but it is not said to be body cavity, which is called central cavity. Okay. So, and they are showing asymmetry, there is no symmetry in the body, and cellular level of organization, the collection of cells are there together, but there is no tissue is formed. Okay. Like sponges you can take example. Next one, the coelentrates and Ctenophora, bioluminescent organisms which are exclusively aquatic. These are aquatic one. So, you can take here here also body cavity is absent, body cavity is here and here it is absent. So, actual body cavity means it is absent, but instead of that gastrovascular cavity is present. Gastrovascular cavity is here, and they shows that radial symmetry, and they are showing the tissue level organization. Here these are considered as yes, tissue level organization, right, tissue level. So, first two in this one, tissue level of organization, and also they are referred as diploblastic. Okay. So, one more I have not taken here column, diploblastic also you can write, diploblastic, yes, diploblastic and tissue level of organization here. Okay. Next, platyhelminthes shows that the organ level of organization, organ level of organization. So, we observed here that the organ level of organization, right, in platyhelminthes, organ level, in platyhelminthes organ level of organization we observed. Okay. And they are triploblastic, they are triploblastic. So, these are actually diploblastic, triploblastic. So, these onwards triploblastic, all are said to be triploblastic, and organ level we observed in platyhelminthes, but in case of Aschelminthes, so we called that is the organ system level of organization. Okay. So, now Aschelminthes onwards organ system level of organization which we observed. Okay. So, up to chordata, right. So, and these are the bilateral symmetry, these all groups from the platyhelminthes to chordata are showing the bilateral symmetry, and coelomates are only the body cavity is not there here. So, that is absence of body cavity, absence of body cavity. So, that is body cavity is absent, instead of that mesoderm what we called. Okay. So, that is platyhelminthes. And next, pseudocoelomate, pseudo means pulse here, pulse coelom is present. So, which is not lined by the epithelium, as we explained already, that is showing the Aschelminthes, that is example is Aschelminthes, that is what somewhat roundworms we call roundworms. Okay. So, Wuchereria bronchiopti and what you called some disease causing pathogens are there. We will discuss that with examples. All these phyla we will discuss in the next video class. Thank you, students.